Anxiety yesterday, when the smoke wasn't coming, I said, what's happening? Why is it taking that long and so forth? But you could understand, I think, as has been explained, there's so much to do. There was the juramento, there was
the homily of Cardinal Messa as well.
Then and then there was also the Vespers as well. So I think it was understandable. But you could also understand also the anxiety and the joy, the excitement surrounding all this.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then the first time going...
When the smoke wasn't coming, I said, what's happening? Why is it taking that long and so forth? But you could understand, I think, as has been explained, there's so much to do. There was the juramento, there was the
homily of Cardinal Messa as well.
Then and then there was also the Vespers as well. So I think you could understand. But you could also understand also the anxiety and the joy, the excitement.
As we wait for the Pope, it reminds me a lot of World Youth Day, the same kind of excitement, the same kind of building. You see young people from all over. It's a really beautiful image, and I think is again just a sign of the youthfulness of the church. We talk a lot about the future of the church, which begins with this new Pope, but the young people that are also present at this moment to see the historic aspect of this. It's really beautiful.
And we see the internationality, the universality of the Catholic Church. It's a global reality, and we see that in the crowds there in the square.
And this we also saw during the funeral of Pope Francis. So many people.
Okay, there's movement. Okay.
Yes, there is movement.
Here we go.
The white curtains are behind the glass door. Now the doors are being opened.
We see first.
Here we are.
Yes. Cardinal Lamberti.
The Cardinal Protodeacon.
Cardinal Dominique Lamberti.
And he's smiling.
He's smiling. He will give us the announcement. Here we are.
Suspense.
Annuncio vobis gaudium magnum. Habemus papam. Eminentissimum ac reverendissimum Dominum. Dominum Robertum Franciscum, Sancte Romane Ecclesiae, Cardinalem Prevost. Qui sibi nomen imposuit Leonem decimum quartum.
So the Pope is Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, who's taken the name of Leo XIV, Pope Leo XIV. Cardinal Prevost is an American, and he spent most of his ministry in Latin America, in Peru, and also in Paraguay. And he's an Augustinian father. He was the provincial in Latin America, and then became the Bishop of Chiclayo in Peru. And he then is also he became the Superior General of the Augustinian Fathers as well. He's now he's been the prefect of the dicastery for bishops.
We see the cardinal electors there appearing on the balcony there as well, with this joy and their smiles on their face.
A great joy indeed, and well, it wasn't one of those papabulas, so to say. What a great joy.
It's a wonderful joy, and he's from Chicago,
Yes.
Illinois.
Yeah, Chicago.
Okay,
An American.
An American.
Yes.
And
an American. I think that's a historic moment.
For sure.
Truly, truly historic.
And you can see all the cardinals on the different
Yes,
balconies
on the
there.
different
For our radio listeners, you may not be able to see this, of course, but they're appearing on all the balconies to the left and right of the central balcony there. All of them clearly standing out with their red vestments and smiles. And
waiting to again for all of us to greet this new Pope as
To
well,
greet the new Pope.
which now we know his name.
Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, Augustinian,
Amazing.
and has served as prefect of the dicastery for bishops. A native of Chicago, Illinois, in the United States.
Wow. And so, as we said before, you saw all the flags and everything out in the
Yes.
square,
Yes.
and now all the Americans are holding their flags.
I can
Indeed.
imagine, yeah.
It's a historic
and
moment.
the
Who would have
Peruvians
imagined?
too, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Because he
It's-
spent
that's
most
a-
of his ministry in Peru.
Yeah, and that's a
Yes.
special thing, So he has a
This
connection with
missionary
multiple.
experience
Exactly.
and this
Yes.
Exactly.
continuation of evangelization
Mhm.
mission of the church.
The priority, yeah. So you can see still they're like little pockets of red where all the
Yes.
cardinals are standing on the
Yeah.
balconies.
I mean, from our Vati drone footage, and seeing it from above there, it's a unique view, perched above, in front of the facade and looking down at them as they're on the balconies there, awaiting now as the new Pope, as we mentioned there, Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, and Pope Leo
14.
the 14th.
Yes.
Pope Leo
Pope Leo
Yes.
the 14th.
the 14th.
Yes.
Hmm.
And of course, his Leo the 13th was the great social reforming pope
Mhm.
for
He
us.
was
so,
a great social reformer.
Yeah, and he died in 1903, so still fairly recent in the
Yes,
grand scheme of
yes.
Was
things.
Pope Leo the one with Rerum Novarum?
yes, exactly.
There you go,
And
good
then-
memory.
yes.
From my seminary days.
And then his successors wrote other encyclicals every 40 years afterwards.
So he started like a
on the
trend.
social, yes, and it's really one of the constitutions of Catholic social ministry and
And
Catholic
probably I
social
would say
doctrine.
a pope needed for our times with all the social challenges the world
Yes,
has
yes.
today.
Yes.
Hmm.
And he's, relatively young, 69 years old, born on
Yes.
the 14th of September, 1955, as we mentioned, in Chicago, Illinois. And so 69.
Hmm. Well, and Father Paul, as you were just saying, I agree. And maybe Father Bob, you can really stress this point because you work in
The
social
dicastery for
humanitarian. Exactly.
Integral human
So
development.
this
yes.
is an important aspect
Yes.
of the church.
Yes.
The Catholic social, the
Yes.
Catholic, Catholic social teaching, I
Yes.
think, is important,
Very.
and it's often called the untold story of the church,
Mhm.
Yes.
or perhaps the hidden secret of the church, and it has so much, and
Yes.
there's a lot of development.
And was one of the needs discussed by the cardinals during their congregations
Exactly.
this last week too. So.
Exactly.
Oh, there we
Ha,
see the
there's
the
American flag.
There's
Flag.
a US flag there. People are thrilled about this.
Yeah,
And
and
it's-
there's quite a number of American students.
Oh, yes.
Dr. O'Donnell was here, and he was going to be in the square with his American students. So you can imagine them
What a
Oh,
cheering.
yes.
It'll be a treat for them, indeed. Yes.
I can imagine the scene. The house I live behind is the Basilica of St.
A todos aquellos, y en modo particular a mi querida diócesis dado tanto para seguir
Where we had such
siendo
faithful people
iglesia
accompanying
fiel de
the bishop,
Jesucristo.
and we had such the
Stelle
bishop.
sorelle di Roma, di Italia, di tutto il mondo.
To all of you,
Vogliamo essere
the
una
people of
chiesa
Rome and of Italy,
sinodale, una chiesa che cammina, una chiesa che
we need
cerca
to be
sempre
a synodal
pace,
church, a
cerca
church that's a
sempre la
pilgrim,
carità, cerca
that
sempre di
shows
essere
charity
vicino
always.
specialmente a coloro che soffrono.
and especially is charitable to those who are suffering.
Oggi
Today,
il giorno della supplica alla Madonna di Pompei.
today is the day of praying to the
Nostra
Madonna
Madre Maria
Pompei.
vuole sempre camminare con noi, stare vicino,
Our Blessed Mother Mary always
aiutarci con
wants
la
to be
sua
close to
intercessione,
us.
il suo amore.
She always
Allora
wants
vorrei
to
pregare
intercede for
insieme a
us
voi.
through her love.
Preghiamo insieme
So
per questa nuova missione.
Saying a greeting of peace. May my greeting of peace enter into your hearts and reach your family.